hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? I'm not sure if I'm close enough to the mic where you can even hear me. There we go. What a Monday already. On a positive note, despite being late, slept really well, so I'm actually feeling a little bit more human today than I normally feel when I'm getting to my streams. I've had 2 nights in a row now of like 7 or more hours of sleep, which has been unfortunately extremely rare lately. But I'm hoping that helps me moving forward. So anyway, how is everybody doing? How are you guys? Hopefully you all had good sleep or are about to get some good sleep. We are going to be doing sharks today. I was just looking up pictures of big sharks. So the theme I have picked for today is big sharks. We're going to do big sharks today, small sharks tomorrow, and then unusual sharks I'll be doing on Wednesday, but you can do any kind you want. You don't even have to do sharks. If you're not feeling like studying sharks, or you want to study a different type of shark, don't forget that rays are also sharks. So I have a whole folder, if you go up to the fishes folder, for like rays, sawfish, all that stuff. So yeah, don't forget to check those guys out too. I'm gonna save those for Wednesday, so I'll do like rays and sawfish and like unusual stuff. Like hammerhead sharks, goblin sharks. I'm probably going to be doing those on Wednesday, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to do those today, or if you want to do something totally unrelated, as always, if this is your first time joining for warm-up streams, it's just the whole idea is to get us all drawing for about 30 minutes to start our day off, or just, whatever time of day it is for you. It's just a good practice to get into, looking at reference, studying, learning how to study versus copy, and we'll talk probably a little bit about that at some point. But yeah, I'm going to focus on like whale sharks, basking sharks, Greenland sharks, great white sharks, the big sharks. I'll be doing those today for myself. So I'm going to look up a nice picture of a whale shark. It's one of my favorite sharks. I see Paleontologist VA posted some references to some whale sharks in the reference folder, so thank you for that. I do like that image. Too bad it's got a big old watermark over it. I just really like the shape of the whale shark. So cool. I wish I could see this guy. Hold on, there might be a way for me to pin this picture and use it. This maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna try and pin this, we'll see. I think it worked. You might have to refresh the Pinterest board, but I just pinned a couple of nice whale shark images. Probably gonna use one of these. Alrighty, let's find classic whale shark face right here. Alright, yeah, how's everybody doing today? Art Gym, yeah, welcome to the Art Gym. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, how you doing? Get those art muscles flexing, guys. That's how you flex, right? Anyway. Hey Charzia, hey Azalace. I'm just gonna say hi to everybody so I don't miss anyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for being here. Amaze, of course. Raga, appreciate both of you guys helping out. Hope you guys are doing well. Raising his hand with questions. Nasborg, hello. Sharks are smooth, for sure. Thanks again, Amaze, for pinning that reference. I always forget to do that. Mirror Stepper, hey, how are you today? It's so good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Yanni, emote dance party already? Oh man, okay. I just we got an emote dance party. Let's. I guess we're starting off the art gym with the dance party today, guys. Hold on. Whoa. Also, Board Pastel, thank you for that follow. Haven't even started yet. I hope I don't let you down. But thanks for being here. We are about to draw some sharks, but first, somebody has redeemed a dance party. So if you'd like to join in, I'm gonna put on like a fun dance song, and we are gonna have a little dance party for about 5 seconds, or not 5 seconds, about 1 minute. It's a 1 minute dance party. We haven't heard this song in a while. I had Carmel dancing queued up for this. I keep forgetting I turned that dance party thing on. Eventually I'd like to have an overlay or something because I think it'd be really fun. Alright, are you guys ready? Dance party begins. Get them ready. Alright, I'm gonna just alternate between a few here. What a way to get pumped up for art, Jim. Thank you, Yanni, for the redeem. Feel free to spam your emotes, guys. You have 1 minute to go crazy. I will also spam in just a second. Such a silly song. Tell me this is on all of your workout playlists, right? If this doesn't get you pumped for drawing, I don't know what will. Oh, these are such good emotes! You guys have such awesome emotes. Look at these. I love seeing them go on the screen. I'll have to make a list of dance songs we can choose from. Oh my gosh, you guys, it cracks me up, the chat. Alright, you got like 30 seconds left. Oh my gosh, look at these great emotes! It also makes me want to click and find all these people. Let me find some more. I have some too, I'm sure. Well, there's that one. It's not really dancing, but... I don't really have very many dancing looking ones. Alright. 5, 4, get them out. Get the wiggles out, guys. 3, 2, 1, and dance party open. Well done, guys. Well done. That was an excellent emote dance party. I can't remember if I have a cooldown on that. I think there should be one if there isn't. I'll have to figure that out. It is a good song. We can just keep that one as the dance song. I would like to eventually make, like I said, an overlay. I need to figure out how to do like an animated one because I just want to put my little Carnotaurs down there just flailing. I think that would be really funny. I guess I could probably figure that out. Let me add that to the list of things to do. Thank you all for participating in the dance party this morning. I hope that got you all worked up and ready for some art time. And this song is way too down for the song that we just listened to. So let's go ahead and find a better one. This one's a little better. Gotta keep that mood going. Alright. Yeah, whale sharks are one of my favorites. I'm gonna find a couple different angles of a whale shark. I am gonna look really briefly, like we always do, at some anatomy. So let's pull up since we're doing whale shark, just do a whale shark skeleton. And yeah. Oh wow, Pinterest is not the place to look for that. Cool. Let's try over here. I could probably do like a more basic shark, but I really want to look at the head shape of a whale shark because I feel like it's really interesting. Oh wow, you guys! It looks like a crazy hammerhead shark on the inside. No way. You guys, look at this thing. I'm trying to find an actual picture. But that looks crazy as heck. I'm only finding 3D renders, unfortunately. Ugh, I can't find a real one. Why don't they put this in a museum? Holy cow, I want to go check this out. This can't be. Is this real? I can't find a real photo of this. Shoot. Does anyone know anything about whale shark skeletons? Because this looks crazy. Whale shark skull. Why is it not showing me? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I really want to pull this up, but like, look how crazy this looks. I'm not sure if this is true. This almost looks like a hammerhead shark. I don't... Alright, we'll just do a basic shark skeleton, because I don't know. I don't want to put anything fake on the screen. Just because, you know, age of AI, gotta make sure we're not spreading misinformation here. So we'll just do a basic shark skeleton, and I'll come back to... I'm pretty sure that that skull was a hammerhead skull. Because I was like, why would a whale shark's head look like that? That's so crazy. Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. We're just gonna use... Oh wow, these are cool pictures. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. That never happens. I never get distracted. If you're new here, just know that this is super rare, and I certainly never get off task or squirrel in any way, shape, or form. Especially not when animals are involved. It just doesn't happen. I'm very focused. Okay. I'll stop lying to you. Let's just use this drawing. I just want to look at the basic shapes here, and then we will exaggerate them, of course, for our whale shark here. And as always, you don't have to wait on me, and you don't even have to use the images that I'm using if you'd rather use something else to do your studies today. But, yeah. These are the two I'm going to start with, because I really like the shape of a whale shark. I'll do a great white as well. Maybe we'll do a great white first before I do this one, just to keep it thematic. But, yeah. Let's pin that so you guys can find it. Cool. Gator Giggle! Hello, hello! I can imagine it's hard because they don't have any bones. They don't have any bones, but they do, like, I mean, well, they're what is it? I can't pronounce it. Cartilaginous, I think. But there are some things that you can find in like the remains of a shark. What I'm really looking for is like that skeletal structure. But yes, you're not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, sharks are great. Welcome on in, Paleontologist VA. And thanks for posting the whale shark refs. Okay. Sharks are awesome, right? Pumpkin pie. Yeah, it's Shark Week, guys. So we're going to be doing shark-themed studies this week. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So let's start off with some very basic anatomy. I guess I'll post this image in Discord in case anyone needs it. If you aren't in the Discord but you would like to be, or if you want to find more reference images, and if you have questions about anything we're doing, we do have a stream event chat. Ooh, Amaze found a nice one too. But I'm just going to post some basic shark anatomy and we'll talk about that and get to drawing. So if you're new to doing studies and you've never done a study with me before, what I like to talk about is start finding the shapes, right? Like finding basic shapes first. Try not to get caught up in like super small details right off the gate. Obviously the biggest shape here is like this torpedo shape, right? We want to just kind of draw that. Seems really basic, but there are some, some slight things in there that, I see like muscles, bellies, that kind of thing. There's a little bit of cartilage, nose structure around the face. But you have this basic shape of an oval, right? So once you have your basic oval shape, you can kind of build off of it to get the rest. And what we're doing when we do studies is we're trying to ask questions so that we can learn information that's going to help us later if we ever try to draw these creatures on our own, or if we want to do like creature design, or even like costume design could be influenced by nature. There's all kinds of things you can take from these studies. So I'm going to focus on the skeleton because I don't know a whole lot about this shark like skeletal structure. There's some really interesting things going on in here already. I'm noticing right away that we don't have like the fish bones, right? We don't have like the big rib cages that we see in like fish that just kind of go the whole way down, right? So while a shark is a fish, it's a different sort of critter. Now this looks like the gill structure. At first I thought maybe this was the ribs, but I think this might actually be, well, I don't know. No, I think that is the gills. That's about where the gills would be. So yeah, there are some like bones in there, but it seems like for the most part the ribs have sort of just like gone up in the shark, which is super interesting. I actually did not know that. So basically the shark is like all muscle. Unless this is wrong, of course, which is part of why I was trying to make sure I found a good reference. I wish I could have found something that had actual bones. I'll try to be better prepared tomorrow. Usually I spend about half an hour before streams kind of making sure I have good reference, but today I was not able to do that, so yeah. Yeah, these are cartilaginous, I guess is how you say it. I'm not sure. It's all cartilage, right? Like the same stuff that's in our ears. That's a lot of what makes up, you know, shark structure. And so you're not going to find, I mean, you'll find a skull, I believe, but like a large majority of these critters, and like the teeth are bone. That's why they fossilize well. But we don't know a whole lot about the soft fleshy bits of, say, extinct sharks. They are some of the oldest critters on the planet as far as having been around since the ye olden days of Earth, right? So kind of important. They've obviously found a niche that works. Okay. Also, I just realized I forgot to announce that I was actually streaming anywhere, so let me do that really fast. So again, all the things I normally do before I get online. But I hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. Phoenix Fire Element, you snuck right in. I didn't see you there. Lurking and crocheting. Well, thank you for your lurk. And if you guys aren't following Phoenix, go give Phoenix a follow. Always a really nice chill time. I've also been doing some lurking on Phoenix's stream. Let's see. If I missed anybody in here, I'm so sorry. Oh, we got a stretch. Thank you for that stretch. I don't think we did our stretches yet either. You guys, I'm being bad at the art gym today. We didn't do any warm-ups. We didn't stretch. Can't work out without stretching. If anyone's not done the carpal tunnel stretches with us before, basically you just hold your hand. This is the one I was told to do. That's probably the most effective. So you take your hand, but you point it to the ground. Use your other hand to gently pull your fingers and your thumb. Try to get your thumb in there too. And pull them toward your body. It shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, it's probably too intense of a stretch for you. But this is supposed to be the best one to do to kind of stretch out those carpal tunnel stress areas, you know, get those ligaments nice and flexed, flex your fingies, do some rotations. You can also do the prayer pose if the other stretch is too hard. This one does basically the same thing, I think. Just hold your hands together and then push towards your belly and try to make sure you don't let your palms get separated. So anyway, we're all stretched. Okay, thank you for that stretch. Shark Power Ranger, of course there is. Shark is gym goals. Yeah, legit. So much muscle, right? Paleontologist VA? Or I mean, Yanni. That was Yanni. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you posted a skeletal shark pic. Nice, nice. Oh, that's a see, that's hard for me to figure out because like the spine is in weird places. Are you talking about the fossilized picture? Yeah. I need like actual. It's really hard to find like actual photos of things. That's kind of what I prefer to study from, if I haven't mentioned that before. Okay. Yes, she's a great bean for sure. Post a whale shark PDF. Oh, nice, nice. I'll check that out. Real skull paper. Okay, cool. No worries. Hey, Schmoochie. Schmochi. How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Hard to believe that a mere snack could be so blind. Oh, dang. Running back to tell you all that I'm not good. I don't see a skeleton. I just see bones. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to dig through those tomorrow. I don't really have time to do a whole lot more digging around today, but if anyone finds anything that they think might be helpful, you're always welcome to post that in the stream events channel. That tends to be where I look for stuff like that. So, okay. Let's see. Delete. Oops. Delete. There we go. Don't need all that extra blue stuff. What is that blue stuff anyway? Who put all this blue stuff in my shark picture? Let's do a great white shark really fast. Since this looks more like a great white, it's got that body shape, that body type of a great white. Let's check that out. Ugh, Pinterest is so hard to navigate sometimes. I'm surprised I don't have any great whites in here. What the heck? What the heck? How is that even possible? Alright, let's see what Pinterest gives us. I'm gonna do a breaching great white shark because I really like those. These are excellent. You guys have all seen this before, I'm sure. I'll pin a few. Oh, here's a good one. The trick will be making sure that I'm not getting anything that is Hollywood. Oh, this is a cool one. Need so much. It's actually surprisingly hard to find a great white shark just like swimming. Like almost all of these are action shots or like funny angles. Ooh, I also just got extremely hungry. I have not had breakfast yet. My stomach is protesting that fact loudly at the moment. Give me 1 second. Ooh, like I'm so hungry I'm like slightly nauseous. All of a sudden. Does that ever happen to you guys? It's kind of a weird sensation. Okay. Where did that picture go? Ah, Pinterest, why? Why are you like this? Okay, this will have to do for now. It's not from the same angle, but close enough. Whoa! Hold up. I don't know how I selected those layers. That's weird. Just wanted to select this one. Look at the cool water reflection in this, though. That's actually a really pretty photo. I don't want to keep that. I don't want to get distracted. Alright. Let's draw this guy. So find your shapes, right? Can't tell if this shark has fish attached to it or if it's giving birth. Like, what is going on here? Huh, interesting. I think those might be some, like, fish that are attached to it. Okay, anyway. They always have such a fun, like, streamlined sort of body shape. And one thing to note, if you are kind of new to drawing animals, I suppose, or if you don't know the difference between a shark and a whale, that's hard for you. So like a lot of people get confused about the whale shark because of the name, right? It is a shark, and the way you can tell, the easiest way to tell, in my opinion, is if you look at the way the spine is articulated, right? So why is that always on the wrong layer every single time? Anyway, you can see that this fish, it is a type of fish, has a tail that is up and down, right? So it's got a shape like this, and it moves by basically undulating its body like back and forth, right? But a whale, really any mammal, we have our hips like this, right? So like here's our spine, here's our ribs, here's our hips. If we had whale tails, they would be flat, right? So whale tails are basically like the hind legs just kind of fused together and flapping up and down. Kind of like people when they do a mermaid swim. It's a very similar, like our spines move like this, like if that makes, I don't know if that makes sense. Like a fish would never be able to swim with moving its body up and down like that. This is always how a whale will swim. So even if it has like shark-like fin, right? If it's, you can tell it's a dolphin because it's got that shape. That's just how mammalian spines kind of are, right? Not so with sharks. Sharks and fish are gonna swim flopping that tail side to side. So like that way and that way. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Having a hard time drawing it. There. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, so the easiest way to tell is like vertical flippers, or fins I should say, means that it's a shark. Horizontal ones mean that it's a whale, right? So that's what a whale would look like. Really any mammal though, because like manatees have the same thing. They're also mammals. They have paddle-shaped tails, or a dugong even has like a dolphin-shaped tail, right? But it goes up and down. Anyway, little animal facts. If you're somebody who struggles to know the difference. A lot of people think fish just means thing that swims in water, but that's just not true. Well, I guess if you want to get super technical, it's true, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'll leave that for the professionals. Okay. Oh, shoot. You know what I still forgot to do? Is tell people I was live. Hold on. One more time. Since we drew another thing, let's go ahead and... Boop. Right. I'm not checking chat until I've done this. Hold on. Need to let you go, your eyes shine so bright. Can't escape this now. Woo! Yes, don't squirrel me. I'm trying to focus. I'm not looking at you, chat. Hold on. Ah, I can't spell. Shark Week. There we go. Almost there, folks. Okay. Why did that not post? There we go. Make sure I didn't double post anything there. Okay, we did it. We did it, guys. All right, I'm gonna pay attention to chat now. Oh no, BJ White found the game stream challenge. Oh, so did Bickman. Hey, Bickman. Okay. Hollywood, Deep Blue Sea wasn't a science documentary? Yeah, something like that. No great whites, and I know, I'm surprised. Well, there are now. Nom nom nom, act like yeah, I should. I'm really hungry. You're not wrong. You've thrown up from lack of sleep? Holy cow. That's just a body revolt right there. Extensively, yeah, that's what you would think, right, Amaze? Love you some sharks. What's everyone's favorite shark? Yeah, tell us. Remora. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, they had to be Remora, right? Hips don't lie. Oh my gosh. That's true. The hips don't lie. They do tell you whether you're a mammal or not a mammal in the ocean. Yeah, I'm glad to spread some of that. I'm having a whale of a time. Almost, Bickman. There's a little bit of bite to the puns today, if you know what I mean. Got a little tooth in them. Not quite whales today, but Shark Week. It's Shark Week, everybody. By the way, we give cheese for good puns around here, so here's some cheese. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Bonk Bonk Shark Week. Any tiger sharks? Oh, we could do some tiger sharks, yeah. What are the biggest sharks you can think of? Yeah, the Greenland shark was one that I kind of wanted to do today. They're massive sharks. So I'm focusing on big sharks today. I'm gonna do big sharks today, smaller sharks tomorrow, and then weird sharks on Wednesday. So things like the wobbegong, you know, goblin shark, hammerhead, things with like odd shapes. I might do rays and things like that. A lot of people forget that they're in the same family. So we'll probably do those on Wednesday, or at least I will, but you guys can do whatever you want. You saw the whale shark, yeah, it's true. It's true. Extinct shark's where it's at. Hey, Smoochie, you and Paleontologist VA are on the same wavelength there. I'm sure Paleontologist VA could give you some excellent sharks to draw. Like the megalodon, all kinds of things. Pressure sharks have the big tail fin. They're so anime. That's true. They are kind of anime. Alright. Trying to make sure all my stuff is... There we go. There's some fossil sharks in the chat for you. Alright, I'm going to jump into a whale shark because I really like whale sharks. They have such fun shapes. Like, I love their head shape. It's so different. And I love that you can see the ribbing along their sides. You guys see those lines? Those are actually like, if you were to look at them straight on, they'd be like this, right? So it's like this interesting ribbing they've got kind of running up their bodies. These are funny angles to draw them from for sure, but Genie Problem, how are ya? How are ya? Welcome on in. I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's see. This one is a little slow. We'll see how I feel about it in about 2 minutes. No, it's too slow. I need something more pumped. This one's a little more pumped up. Alrighty. What are the biggest sharks you guys can think of? I'm gonna make a little list. So, big sharks. For today, we've got great white shark, obviously. Whale shark. Greenland shark. Tiger sharks are pretty big, aren't they? I mean, hammerheads are pretty big, but they're so unique looking, I kind of want to save them for... later. Let's start with those. If you can think of any other big sharks. Oh, basking shark. That's a big one. Would we call a manta ray a giant shark? Probably. Well, it's a ray, but it's in the same family. I'm gonna save that still, though. Okay. Ouch. Oh, Raga. Oh my gosh, 16,000. How far are we on that goal, by the way? Found a real pic showing... very cool. I'll check it out. Oh my gosh, we're already at 28% of the way. Yes, a German song, indeed. I have no idea what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure they're singing about Lord of the Rings, which is great. I feel like the more you look at sharks, and really just any kind of animal, right, you start to notice similarities. Like, sharks to me at this point feel very fishy, as opposed to like any other type of large swimming animal. But I can definitely see how people would look at a whale shark and be like, is that a whale or is that a shark? Like, it's big, it's kind of gentle, it doesn't have big teeth. Like, there's a lot of things that we think of when we think of sharks that the whale shark does not have, or at least doesn't seem to fit the description of. But yeah, look at this mouth. Like, if that's not a fish mouth. Like, it's even got the little like little fishy lip things going on, which is kind of fun. But they have such little sweet derpy faces. Like, look at this little guy. This little guy. This big little guy. There's so much slow music in this section. Also, their patterning is really pretty. It kind of seems to vary a lot from individual. Like, some of them look a lot more like stripy than spotty, which is interesting. But I just like this like cascading rows of spots and stuff. Pretty fun. But remember, if you are new to this and you haven't done this before, don't feel like you have to draw every single detail unless you really want to. For your warm-ups, just be as detailed or as general as you'd like to be, whatever you find the most helpful. When we're looking at these guys, we want to just try to be looking at our reference image more than we're looking at our paper or whatever you're drawing on, your tablet or something. It's just going to be more helpful long-term if you actually force yourself to really look and observe. Like, for example, this little brow ridge, I wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't been looking at this picture and been like, oh, it looks like there's some kind of like some kind of underlying bone structure or something, a skeletal structure under there to kind of create this brow ridge around the head, around the eyeball. See some nice implied shadow that can help me create some form here. Some bounce light that I'm not going to worry about, but just like different things that can sort of help you kind of map out the shape of the critter, or just learn things about its anatomy. You know, ask yourself questions like, instead of trying to copy this line exactly, I'm gonna ask myself, well, what does the rest of the fin look like, and what am I seeing right here? Oh, I'm seeing this edge. Like making mental notes like that is just gonna help you be able to know what you're drawing, and so that you can draw more quickly, and then you can apply what you're learning into like creature designs or fantasy things or just anything really. You know, character design, all kinds of stuff. So if you've been here before, you've definitely heard me say stuff like this, but I like to repeat it just because there's always new people. And, oh, like Alation Live. Or Alion? Sorry if I said your name wrong, but thank you for being here. Yeah, great timing. And, yeah, I like to make sure everybody knows that art is accessible to anyone. Anyone can do this. It's just a matter of sitting down and taking the time to study. So if you're somebody who feels like you've always wanted to draw, but you feel like you can't draw, or maybe you can only draw from reference, challenging yourself to learn how to study rather than copy is going to help push you further in that skill set, if you want to be pushed, that is. Not everybody does, and that's fine. We have a problem here. Shark verts and teeth and jaws. Wait, what? Oh, from that skeleton? Nice, I'll check it out in a little bit. Constantly new people washing up on our shores. Hey, I see what you did there, Maze. You know what happens when you make a good little joke. You get cheese! Let's see. Oops. Oh, I just stole part of that picture, but that's fine. That shark wasn't using that piece of the image anyway. Pun wasn't intended, really? Oh my gosh, Amaze. Well, you are just subconsciously quite good at puns, sir. Your brain knew even if your consciousness didn't. Or maybe your subconscious knew even if your brain didn't? I don't know, you know what I mean. So you can see, like, basically what I'm doing for this form is I'm kind of building up the shape. So it's not a straight shape like this was, right? It's not like a straight up oval. But I can see, looking at it, I see little chunks. So what I like to do is kind of break it up into sections as I'm drawing it. So you can kind of see that's what I did. just because I want to get that shape. But I mean, you could also, if you felt confident enough, you could just make that whole shape on your own in one go. I like to build it up like a sculpture, so when I'm drawing, I'm kind of thinking of things as though I'm building it in form. So I think that's why I like these organic shapes a lot, because I just, as I'm drawing, my brain is kind of processing it as a form. So my brain's like basically taking this 2D image and trying to convert it into a like a 3D image in my brain that I can like sculpt with my hand. I don't know if that makes any sense or if that just made everyone way more confused. Not everybody draws this way, and it's totally fine if you don't. But the more I've talked to artists, the more I've found that a lot of artists actually subconsciously are sort of doing that when they are taking a flat image and trying to make their own drawing or own version of it. Maybe it's a holdover from figure drawing, because I know that's kind of how I drew when I was doing figure drawing, and so I think I just maybe learned it from that. But yeah, if anyone else has different ways that they approach things, please feel free to share with the class. Share with the gym. Art gym, guys. We're all here. We're each other's accountability buddies to make sure that we do some studies. And I forgot to say, if you're new to this and you'd like to join in on the accountability part of it, you're welcome to post any sketches that you make in the warm-up section of the Discord. So you'll find that when you enter. It'll drop you into the rules section, and at the bottom it'll give you like a quick directory of where certain things go that people are commonly looking for when they join my Discord. I did update that a little bit to include art share. We've had some issues with people kind of being confused about where to put art, and they've been putting it in art showcase, which is a separate stream event. So hopefully that helps with that. Hopefully it's not too much at the bottom of the rules check section. But yeah, if you join the Discord, it's !Discord, and you can just go to the stream events section, and you will find, pop that in there for you, and you'll find everything you need to know about how to participate. And at the end of the warm-up streams, I will show all the warm-ups that got submitted, all the studies that got submitted in warm-up sketching, in the warm-up art section. I'll show those on screen. So if you want to participate in that, that is how you do that. It doesn't have to be a study you did today, it just does need to be a study of some kind. So just please make sure that you're not posting any finished art in there that you used reference for. That's not quite the same thing. That belongs in Art Share or in Art Showcase. But yeah. And oh, okay, hold on. It's Owl Lion. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Lion. Got it. Sorry about that. Everyone has difficulty. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I'm definitely not the best. I'm not a pro streamer, as you will soon find out if you spend any amount of time here. But I do try. I do try to say names the way people want me to. Well, welcome on in. It's good to have you. Apologies for anything. I'm Brazilian and oh, no. Don't apologize. You're fine. You're doing great. You're great. We're so happy to have you. Are you an artist as well? Raga, Owl just got here. He may not have any cheese to spend. For anyone, since Raga really wants this, anybody who would like to donate bits of cheese, that's channel points around here, that's what I call them. Just because I like cheese, there's not really a reason. You can donate those. Some people in chat would like me to play a game on Twitch, and so I might be doing a game stream. It'll be a very special one-time event. It's not going to be like a continuous thing, because I want to primarily keep this channel about art. But, you know, if you guys really want to hang out and play a game, I'm not super opposed. So we do have a list of game options in Discord that I'm kind of going through if we do make the goal. But we have a month to do it, and we're already 28% of the way there. So you can click your channel points thing down by your chat. Just click the bits of cheese. It should pop right up, I think. And then that's how you can donate if you'd like to. But no pressure, no pressure. Feel free to save your points. I also have sketch redeems. I've got print redeems, all kinds of stuff you can save your points for. So just be aware that's a new thing. All right, let's do another one. I want to do another big... Yes, pressure. No, Raga. Raga. Don't frighten people with your green sword. So funny. Alright, let's do a breaching great white, because they have some really nice shapes when they pop out of the water. I like this shape. I just want to draw this shape. I don't even need to draw the entire critter. Boop. I'm gonna actually make it smaller because it's yeah, we're not getting the whole thing anyway. What's going on here? I'm still looking for a dream. Already waiting for my destiny. I can always see. Now remember, the point of a study, if you've never done one before, like I said, is not to copy exactly. If that is your long-term goal, like if you want to be a hyper-realistic artist, that's totally fine. But for studies, what you want to try and work your way into is fully understanding what you're drawing rather than trying to copy each individual line and put it exactly where it belongs. Being able to quickly structure a drawing is going to make you a better hyper-realist too. It's going to help you in any type of art. And I also stand by that it's not just artists that will benefit from learning to study, and picking up drawing in general is a really great mental exercise. Good way to keep your brain active. You know, can stave off a lot of problems later in life if you're asking questions instead of just kind of letting information come to you, but you're kind of in a way making your own entertainment or making your own inferences, I guess, from things. Essentially, anytime you're creative problem solving, that's good for your brain. So. It's also going to make you just a better observer in general. You know, if you're a writer, maybe it'll make you notice something you've never noticed about the natural world or an object or some detail that you can sneak into a writing. Or if you're, you know, if you're somebody who writes songs or makes music, it could be something that, you know, brings you more inspiration. I think it's a great hobby or a great skill to develop for any person. Becoming a better observer is never a problem. Better scientist, potentially, you know? There's a reason there's a lot of overlap between science and art. Okay. I just like that shape. That's all I really wanted out of that. So, and sometimes like a study can just be a quick gesture too. Like you can do quick things that just help you get the line of action of something and kind of understand the motion of something and then move on. We do gesture studies and like warm-ups, figure drawing warm-ups every once in a while, and that's kind of the main purpose of that. Let's do another. Maybe I should move on to a different shark. Hey, Shiratoshi! Welcome on in! How you doing? You see artists playing games every day and it looks alright. For me, Raga, it's more that I don't want, because I'm about to start pitching my stuff to agents and publishers, just in case somebody in the industry that I'd like to work with comes across my stream, I would just like it to be art-related. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Maybe that'll change down the road. I don't know. We're trying this out. Enough people have asked me to play a game that I'm like, okay, we'll try this. But that's why we have the Make Casey Play a Game stream challenge that Shiratoshi just donated to. Thank you, Shiratoshi. Got 17 days left and we're already almost 30% of the way there. So I get the feeling we're probably gonna make it, but I think there's like a limit, like a cap each stream you do, there's a limit, but since I do 2 streams a day on Monday and Wednesday, it gives you guys double chances to pitch in, so I get the feeling. 2k points per stream? Wait, really? But you just did 8k. Shiratoshi, are you lying to me? Are you bold-faced lying to me right now? Oh hey, Paleo Ken! Welcome on in, it's good to see you. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, I still haven't eaten breakfast. I'm so hungry. Let's draw another big shark. That's your total because you did it 4 times? Wait, what? But isn't there a cap per stream? I thought it was like 20k or something. I'm so confused. That's fine. I don't understand Twitch, and I don't really ever expect to, so I'll just, you just do whatever it lets you do. I sometimes don't understand why people want a streamer to change their genre so much. I think, well, so Twitch is a gaming platform, and I'm not totally opposed to maybe, like, kind of interacting with the game side of Twitch. It is much larger than the art side, and it would be maybe fresh eyes on my work. Maybe there's some people in the industry that only use Twitch for games, and they stumble across me or something. I don't know. I'm not totally opposed. It's mostly that I want to make sure my content is always art-related for the most part. We'll be doing it on a Sunday, so that's not usually a day that I do like any kind of work, so I kind of consider it my day off, so that's kind of how I'm working around that. It's not really a part of my official schedule. It's not going to replace any other art stream that I normally do. But I am still a little bit afraid of game Twitch. I just feel like I hear so many horror stories about like bad stuff that happens on game Twitch. So I just sort of, I don't know, I'm like hesitant to kind of involve myself on that side. So we'll see how it goes. I appreciate that people, I'm just going to take it as a compliment that like people want to hang out with me, which is flattering, and I'll just like leave it at that in my head so I don't overthink it too much. Let's do another big shark. Should we do a Greenland shark or a basking shark? I answered my own question. I want to do a basking shark. Basking sharks are crazy looking. Especially when their mouths are open. They also look very silly when their mouths are closed. Have you guys ever seen a basking shark with its mouth closed? It just looks a little derpy. Fun fact, this is the only song that I know of that has even remotely close to my name in it. Sometimes people call me Cassie. And I respond to it, that's fine. I'm trying to find a good basking shark picture that isn't just like the face being intense. This one's not too bad. Here's a basking shark if you guys don't know. Technically this is an odd looking shark and I could have saved it for Wednesday, but it's also massive. So we're just gonna draw it. Let's see, you know next to nothing about sharks. Yeah, almost every annoying video. Yes, exactly. Oh, we have an ad. Sorry guys, I did not see the ads coming. If you're getting stuck in an ad, I do appreciate it if you stick it out, but if you gotta run, that's fine too. I get it, ads can be annoying. We do 3 minutes of ads once an hour. Why won't this? There we go. Of course, if you have cheese, you're just stuck listening to me while everyone else gets a break. It just tells you how many cheese you've donated total. I feel so dumb, Shiratoshi. 2K cap. Okay, wow. I was wondering. I was like, some of you guys are donating like 20,000 points. I was like, how do you have that many points? That makes more sense. Okay, thank you for explaining that to me, Shiratoshi. I'm sorry that I'm so dense and did not get it at first. Let's see. Sounds like a shark with sunglasses and a tanning mirror. Wait, a basking shark. I see what you did there, Shiratoshi. Well, we're basking in the it's not quite as chill as you were just imagining. Megamouth is another one that big? Yeah, I was looking at a megamouth here. Just for you, Shiratoshi. We'll give him, actually, I don't, that looks more like a nose plug than sunglasses. I guess it would go like this, like over the top. They just got sunglasses for you. Alright. Those of you who are stuck in an ad, unfortunately, did not get to see that. Read? Read what? I am reading. They do breach. Yes, they do breach. It is really cool. He's bugging. Oh my gosh. How are you doing, by the way, Chris Wright? Are you guys all following Chris Wright? If you're not following Chris Wright, you need to go do that right now. Great artist here on Twitch. We're trying to keep him around, so. actually just hit affiliate recently. And Amaze, if we haven't given Amaze a shout out in a while, Amaze is about to hit his 100th follower, guys. So we'll give Amaze a shout out here in a second too. But you guys should go follow everybody. Everyone follow everyone. Everyone in chat is cool. That's the moral of the story. And even if they don't stream, maybe if you follow enough people follow them, they might start streaming. You never know. You can just, you know, pressure them into it. Yes, that is the face. Yeah, I know, right? I'm so excited to have so many new artists here on Twitch. I keep trying to look out for more, so if anybody ever finds somebody who's like a new artist on Twitch, please let me know, because I always like checking them out. But yeah, go follow Amazing Fan too. Oops, did I mess up the shout out? Did it pop up? I don't know if I did that right. Sorry, Maze. But everyone go follow Maze. Click his name, click the link. I'm really good at Twitch. That's why my mods definitely don't have to do everything for me all the time. Maze was doing some character design stuff and some animation recently. Oh, he's almost always doing character design stuff. So if you like character design, always a lot of fun. Plus just good tunes. Good tunes. I like the shape of this guy's fin. Oh, you joined the Discord! Oh, Lion, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing your art. Yeah, if anyone's in the chat and you are an artist of any caliber, it doesn't matter if you just started or if you have been drawing your whole life, I would love to see what you're working on. I really do think it's encouraging to see other artists posting work, you know? It tends to make me want to draw more, and it tends to inspire me when I see the way other people are tackling creative problems. And yeah, it's part of why I like sharing everybody's warm-up sketches at the end of the warm-up streams. So if you're new here, if this is your first time here, and you are drawing along, or if you'd like to draw along, if you ever feel like you want to, no pressure, but you're welcome to share your art, your warm-up sketches that you do in the warm-up section of the stream, or the Discord, excuse me. Sorry, sometimes I'm bad at multitasking, and my brain can't quite keep up. Is also currently accepting commissions. Yeah, we have a Signal Boost channel too. If anyone's ever doing client work of any kind, or if you have commission sheets, if you're doing emotes, feel free to post those in the Signal Boost section. That's a good way to get announcements out about Kickstarters, commission openings, that kind of stuff. So if you haven't already, please use that area and go check it out. Go check out what everybody else is doing. There's a lot of cool projects in there. Yeah, thanks, Azalace. I appreciate you. You just finished your sketch. Nice, nice. I'll start looking at those probably, since we got off to a little bit of a late start today, I'll probably look at those around noon Mountain Time. So, well, let's do about 15 after. So you got about half an hour. Usually I do warm-ups for about an hour and a half, and I didn't get started today until like 10:40. So it's only been an hour. We're gonna give it another half hour and give everybody a chance to post their warm-ups in there and draw along. And if you missed it today, like if you just popped in and you don't have time to draw, just know I will share any sketches that you do. If you put them in the warm-up art section, I will share them at the end of the next warm-up stream. So even if you do them between streams, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I typically just share whatever is below my last drawing that I post in there. So. Which we have a few of those today from Nixon. So we'll be showing those stuff from Nixon that she did that was not related to anything we were drawing, but still our studies. So we'll be looking at those. Very cool. Yeah, you got about half an hour, so... Sorry, I'm drunk. Okay. Oh, hydrate. Oh, stretch. Oh, thank you. I guess I should do that. I also really want to eat something. I might eat during our warm-up session at the end. Yeah, it was cool watching you do it, Amaze. Yeah, I'm excited to watch you do some more. Ouch. So Shmoochie, if you want to share, if you did a warm-up sketch that you want to share with everybody, post it in the warm-up art section. That's where I will look for those. But if you don't want to share, I'm glad you drew along anyway. It's always fun, even if people don't share what they make. Some people don't want to do that. It's just cool to know that people are drawing with me. It keeps me accountable. That's why we call this the art gym sometimes. Because it's like, we're all like accountability buddies, you know? We're all sometimes it's hard to make yourself go to the gym and work out, but this is like a workout for artists. You know, it's kind of forcing you to observe and train your observation eye, and just overall is going to make you a better artist. But a lot of the time, most of us artists are like, oh, I don't really want to do that. So it's kind of a way to motivate all of us to do the thing we always say we need to do as artists, which is draw from reference. So, how many bits of cheese can I donate to get you a snack of cheese? I have some cheese at my apartment. I don't know. I don't really have a snack redeem because I sometimes forget to bring food to the studio. But today I have some. I will probably get into it. So one time somebody donated and said this $5 is for you to go buy cheese, which I thought was funny. And I did go buy cheese with it. Oh no! Aw, poopy. I brought some watermelon pickles to show you guys. This is part of why I was late today. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by food. I'm hungry. Anyway, I'll be eating these later. But we'll talk about watermelon pickles another time. But they're kind of sticky. Apparently there was some stickiness on the bottom because they're very sweet. They're like sweet pickles. And they're on my desk now, so I'm gonna have to clean my desk after stream. Okay, what is going on in your mouth? This is part of what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't want to just copy these lines. I want to actually understand what I'm seeing. So to help me understand this image, I'm actually going to pull up a different angle of basking shark image. If I can find where I put those. Where are they? Mega mouth shark. No. So here's a straight on view. Make it a little smaller. I don't need it to be that big. But it does help me to understand what I'm seeing. So it's basically... What in the world? That was weird. It's like some ribbing or something. I don't know how this folds. I kind of want to watch this shark like moving. I want to see how this opens and closes. Do you guys want to watch a shark video with me? We have to do this for the name of science. We must study the basking shark. Let's see. How I know that it like glides around with its mouth open like this, but I don't know. You guys see that? I want to know how it opens and closes its mouth. That's why they look so funny. They just look like they're screaming into the void. But look at these, like... It's a filter feeder, right? Oh, there it goes. But I want to see the front. I want to see it closing in the front. Okay, so they do kind of retract. So they collapse somehow, but I'm trying to figure out how they collapse. I think that bottom piece sort of lays on top. Hold on. Yes, they eat planktons. This is not a helpful video. National Geographic. I mean, it is. It's very cool. I just want to see the front view. Little fin. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to keep looking at it, but it is interesting to see, like, from behind, you can see how those gills really, like, expand outward when it's open. And then when it closes, it somehow collapses like that. That's the part that I'm trying to figure out, is the collapsing part. Anyway, I'll have to look around for another video another time. But there we go. For science! Yeah, exactly. The shark is named Robin. Oh, is it? True or false, drawing from references means you are cheating. No, false. Absolutely false. Drawing from references means you are training. I think... So this is something we've talked about before, and also, hello, Sticklords, how are you? Good to see you in here. There's like this unhealthy mentality that's in a lot of online art communities, especially when... Ooh! Yeah, we are squirreling a little bit, but I'm gonna try and squirrel while I talk. Scared me. We also have a jump scare command if anybody manages to scare me. It's not hard, spoiler alert. But if you want, you can type !" jump scare and you can claim that scare for the tally. But yeah, Sticks, that's an interesting point. Like, a lot of people do have that mentality that if you're drawing from reference, you're cheating. And I think I usually, not always, but I usually find that mentality in people who are first getting into art, or they are very young artists. And so I remember, like, when I first got into DeviantArt back in the day when it was, like, better than it is now. You find that in a lot of communities. Well, they almost brag about, oh, I drew this without reference. Like, oh, wow. look at me. And it becomes like this badge of honor almost for people who can draw things without using reference. And I understand where that's coming from, because it is a skill that you develop. Basically all looking at reference is you're imitating nature, right? You're imitating the things around you to develop your skill set. And eventually, over time, if you draw enough sharks, yes, you'll be able to draw a basic shark without reference. Like, you can do that. But that's part of what gets you there, though. Like, you don't just magically become that. Those people had to draw from reference for a long time before they could get to that point. And so it's silly. It's like, okay, you drew it without reference this time, but you spent like 10 years drawing from reference to get to this place. So, like, why are we bad-mouthing reference? You should be using reference, because, frankly, it kind of sends the wrong message to a young artist. And a lot of times I will find, like, even I fell into this too, for sure, when I was, like, a teenager. Like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to use reference because I want to be a good artist. And then you just never progress. You kind of hit a wall where you plateau, and suddenly you feel like your art is stale, like you're not getting any better, like you're drawing the same thing over and over again, because what you're actually doing, and here's that word that it comes up at least once a warm-up stream, you're using what's called a schema to draw from, instead of like drawing what something actually looks like. A schema is what it's like a psychology term, but it's like a basic way to approach a problem, and like it's like kind of a pat answer for something. So, like, if I were to say, okay, I'm gonna draw a dog, and this is like the default way that I draw a dog, because this is just how the dog comes out when I draw it, I guess. I don't know. This is my schema for what a dog looks like. It's not a real dog. It's more of a symbol of a dog, right? But, like, people will look at this and be like, okay, I can tell that's a dog. But I'm not really learning anything from that. And what happens a lot when you don't use reference is you just keep reinforcing your schema. So you keep drawing variations of this type of design. And over time, a lot of artists feel like they get really stale. It's like, oh, I haven't proved in a long time. And it's because you aren't adding fresh information. you aren't going back to looking what an actual dog looks like and noticing new things that you can then bring into your drawings. And that's kind of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to address that problem. There's a reason that for centuries artists have done master studies or master copies, whatever you want to call them, because you learn from things. Even if it's other artists or nature, you do still lifes. Like, that's the whole purpose of the warm-up streams, is to, like, this is the art gym, right? Like, we're trying to make ourselves do the things that make us better artists in the long term. But it's boring sometimes, you know? Like, you don't always want to sit and draw from reference. I get it. For years, I was like, oh, I need to draw from reference. I need to get better. But I just wouldn't do it. And that's part of why I started streaming it, quite frankly. I just need accountability partners. So, surprise! If you're here for the first time, you're my accountability buddy and you just didn't know it. So thank you for keeping me accountable. But it makes you better over time. So is drawing from reference cheating? I would say no. I would say it's smart to draw from reference. Now, I think if you only draw from reference, there is a difference between studying and copying. And if you're somebody who can only draw something, if you're looking at a picture, then I would say that you're actually copying something more than actually studying it when you draw. You're not asking yourself questions. You're not, you got to stop and ask yourself, what is this? Like, kind of like we just did. Like, how does this work? How does this open and close? What does this look like from different angles? And now that I know that, I can actually understand the structure just a little bit better, so that when I do go to draw this image, I can have some like educated information about what's happening, It's not just me guessing and drawing random scribbles and just kind of being like, oh, it's good enough. I'm actually understanding, like, oh, this is a structure that's like kind of moves inside of the mouth and it collapses somehow. I still need to look at it again, but in the video it almost looked like this part kind of laid on top of the mouth, like under the jaw somehow. I want to look at it again sometime. But it was like this piece right here was like kind of coming out almost like a goblin shark, which is interesting. But again, just like learning that information and studying and asking questions, that is how you get better. Because now if I go back to like draw, like a dragon design or something, let's say I want to draw, I can take what I just learned and apply that to like a dragon, right? So I could be like, okay, here's my slightly basking shark inspired dragon design. Now I might add some teeth and I might make it kind of crazy and add other pieces of things, right? But I can take that information that I just learned and think about how it is put together in nature, and it's going to actually make me a better creature designer, or a better character designer, or a better whatever designer, right? So like, there we go. Now we have a sharky dragon. It's not my best work, obviously. This is very quick, but you can just Oh, see, now you got me going. Hold on. And I say you, but I got myself going here. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of want to understand more about this mouth structure, because I do think that's a really interesting, very unique structure that would be really fun to bring into a dragon design of some kind. Anyway, we'll just pretend that this is a dragon. Hope that makes sense. And it was a very long-winded answer to what you asked, Six, but I appreciate the question. It's a fun topic to talk about, because I meet people all the time who fall into that category still. They're like, oh, I don't know if I should be using reference, because it feels like cheating. And I think it depends on what your end goal is. You know, if your end goal is to just make totally imaginative stuff and you don't want it to have any basis in reality, I guess that's fine, but you're going to find yourself very stagnated. It's a lot easier. You're gonna actually, I hate to say easier, you're gonna develop more quickly by using reference, is the short answer to that. And again, I think it's good for everybody, not just artists, right? Not just visual artists. Like musicians, writers, scientists, you know, animators, anyone who's trying to do anything that's inspired by life, which is like almost everything creative. Yeah, you're gonna learn, you're gonna be benefited by training your observation eye. Alright, here we go. Let's do, what time is it? It's 11:55. I'm gonna do one more. You guys have a few minutes to go post any warm-up sketches that you might have in the warm-up art section. So you get about 10 or 15 more minutes, and then we will look at those. So if you'd like to participate, that's where you can do that. I see a few pictures in there already. I'm very excited. Oh yes, thank you, Amaze, for saying that. Or if you have an outside link, please post it with the highlight my message channel point redeem. Yes, so if you don't want to join Discord, but you do want to participate, that's a good way to do it so that I can see it in the redeem category. I'm very behind in chat, aren't I? Let's see. I think I stretched. I think I hydrated. I'm not seeing the highlight my message. Okay, well, we stretched again. There we go. This is Shark Week, yes. Yes, happy Shark Week. Feeling it saving for the sticker redeems? Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I still need to kind of put that back together. Make a little slideshow. Hopefully I'll get to that this week. We'll see. Watermelon pickles, yeah. I'll post a picture of them in the Discord later if you're curious. I made a whole bunch of them this weekend. Or yesterday, really. But it's basically the white part of a watermelon, so it's like the rind that nobody eats. Like you shave off the green part. It's just like a way to use the whole melon, and you pickle them, sort of. But it's like a sweet pickle. It's basically, it tastes like crunchy apple pie bites. I love them. They're so good. It's like one of my favorite snacks. They take a while to make, but they're worth it. Oh, you were joking, Sticks? Well, little did you know, your joke would turn into me ranting for 10 minutes and getting behind on chat, so... Let's see. If you don't know what you're drawing, then you aren't drawing it. Exactly. You're drawing something else. You're drawing the schema. Yeah, let me catch up on chat. Hold on. Fart and science. Amen. Exactly, Azalea. Shark fishnet. They're like Gyarados from Pokemon. Yeah, you could totally use the way that they draw these guys as inspiration for like a redesign of Gyarados. That'd be a really fun project. Yeah. Basking Robin. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I hear you now, Sticks. Yeah, people who do live figure drawing are literally drawing from reference. Yeah, exactly. It's only an issue, I think, if you heavily reference for paid work without highlight. Yes, that is an ethical problem for sure. That's important to talk about. Yeah, sure, Toshi. If you're heavily referencing for something someone's paying you for, that is unethical, definitely. Blew my mind that artists are allowed to use rulers in their art. Oh, really? Yeah, draftsmen, like architects and stuff, it's all about exact measurements. Schema mentioned, add one more to the counter. I mean, we can make a schema counter if you guys want to. I hope I'm not being like, I hope I'm not overdoing it. You guys let me know if I'm overdoing it. I don't want to be like preachy about that stuff. I just think it's interesting, and I know there's always people that haven't heard about it before. But if I'm overdoing it, you guys can always squirrel me out of it if you want to. Or, give me a chance to squirrel out of it. It's more tricky when people reference other people's art. Yes. Yes, that is a big gray area. So Shiratoshi is talking about basically a master copy or a master study. Like traditionally, that's when you go to a museum and you take an easel and you paint like from great works of like famous works of art that are all in the public domain. So it's kind of like It's less of a gray area, I think, when it's older work, but when it's newer work, like if I draw something and you heavily reference from it, I think it's fine to do as long as you're clear when you post it or share it that you drew it from my work or from reference, that it's not your design, it's not your creation, you're just trying to study. I don't think there's anything wrong with studying. Like if you find someone who has a style you really like, I mean, heck, who of us that draws didn't draw from like Disney movies as a kid or anime or, famous, whatever kind of animation, like famous films or books or things that were coming across your path. You just do that. That's how art works. That's how we learn. That's how you develop a style. But like, it always helps you to go back to nature and look what real things look like, as opposed to only studying somebody else's exaggerated version of nature. So like, if you only learned how to draw sharks that look like, like Pixar sharks or something, it's like, okay, like you're gonna learn the basic fundamentals of like what parts make up a shark, right? But you're not really gonna understand anatomy. You're not gonna understand where things go. For me, it was things like, 100 Dalmatians. That was when I first started drawing dogs. When I default to a dog, I spent so much time drawing Dalmatians from that movie as a kid. Like I can still kind of do it. Like I just studied that so much, and you kind of become what you draw in a way, right? Like, I mean, I had coloring books that I would draw from that my parents and my grandparents got us for birthdays and stuff, and I would just like study how this Disney style dog was until it became like I still remember this is how they did their little legs. But I don't learn anything from that. Like I didn't know that this was the knee and this is where the pelvis is. I can learn that after the fact. But I had to do a lot of unlearning to like unlearn how to draw things and draw them the correct way. Yeah, I'm gonna just draw this whole dog if we don't stop. But anyway, I mean, you see it all the time with kids in anime, right? Which is I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a Disney style or an anime style, but if you learn what a dog really looks like, then you can develop your own style of tackling that problem. And you can apply things from animation, and you can apply things from Disney and anime, but if you only learn how to draw like warped proportions, like, giant anime eyes, for example, you're going to struggle to kind of break out of that. So in a way, it's almost like you just want to be a well-rounded student, I guess. You don't want to only reference from certain types of things. You want to take in art of all kinds, and that's why it's helpful, like Shiratoshi says, to draw from other people's work. But just make sure that you're not doing it for paid work, because that's kind of gross, in my opinion. And make sure that if you do share it online, that you're just saying, hey, I looked at this artist's work for this. I did a study. And I think most artists are okay with it. If you're ever unsure, you can always ask the artist too. Some people prefer that you don't, which is totally their choice. But I do think like this goes back to like questions about things like tracing. Like, sometimes when we're doing these things, I tell you like, hey, if you're having trouble with this shape, like if this feels weird to you, take your pencil and just kind of gently trace it and get that muscle memory of like how you need to move your hand in order to make that line. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to print off artist work and trace and like learn how they tackle anatomy or how they make lines, that's okay. It's just really important to make sure that you don't stay at tracing. I think it's like an early tool in your toolkit, but you don't want to stay there, if that makes sense. Yeah. Tracing and passing it off as your own for sure is not okay. Yes, that is straight up art theft, yeah. Exactly. You can learn from tracing. I personally wouldn't post anything that I traced. Like if I ever post something that I do, I've very rarely done that anyway, but if I do, I'm very clear like, hey, I really liked this artist's take on this. So I did a master study. Like here's my version of what they did. I drew from their image. But I personally would never post a tracing online. I think I did that once when I was a young artist, and I felt really bad about it afterwards because I didn't know that wasn't okay. And I have not done it since then. But again, I think it's something you do when you're starting out because you just don't think about it. You don't realize, I'm not trying to demonize anybody who's ever done that. But just make sure that, once you know, maybe don't do that anymore. Yeah, specifically with someone else's art. Exactly. Yeah. Looked at a single giant-sized tooth. Oh. A rhino shark and a hippo. And it's gone. Oh, you're talking about the dragon? Yeah, I'll draw another one later. No, you're fine, Sticks. You're fine. It's, you mean it as a jokey question because you are an artist, but there are people who genuinely have that question. And I think it's fine to address. Oh, posture check. Thanks. Hey, Kanta, how you doing? Good to see ya. Thanks for lurking. I like your little ghost. We're just ranting about art. Let's see. Not gonna post mine. I tried Tiger Shark with a limited alcoholic marker and it didn't come out good. That's fair. That's fair. Well, hey, I'm proud of you for trying, Nesborg. Saving for the good ones. That's fair. Yeah. Used to trace comics when I was a kid. Yeah, everybody does it. Everybody does it. That's why I'm like, I don't mind admitting that I did that when I was a kid, because that's just how you start, you know? But like I said, you just can't stay there. And that's okay, paleontologist. Yeah, you don't have to draw. Yeah, yeah. Unless you want to be an inker. Yes, that's true. Unless your whole job is actually tracing something. All right, let's do one more quick sketch, and then I will look at everything you guys posted. I know there's some people who have posted work in the Art Share channel. Let's do a tiger shark, because I don't think I've done one yet. And they're pretty darn big. They are big ol' critters, tiger sharks. Ooh, let's do an overhead one. This is cool. Oh wait, no, I like this one better. Hold on. Nope, I like this one better. Shoot! It's hard to pick. Why is it so hard to pick? There's so many good pictures of tiger sharks. Apparently. Why am I getting so many pictures that look like somebody drew on top of them? What is going on? Is anyone else getting that on Pinterest? Okay, and then I'm gonna have a snack while we do our warm-up showcase. Okay. What do you mean you couldn't find any pins for this search? Did my internet go out? What's happening? Oh my gosh, Pinterest. Pinterest is having a fart. Hold on. You are around but no student? Well, we're happy to have you here anyway, Kanta. Hope you're doing well. By the way, you guys, Kanta streams as well if you're looking for somebody who's okay, Charzia, so it's not just me. It must be a Pinterest issue. If you guys, Kanta did this architecture challenge that was really tough for me that I tried to participate in. Does amazing buildings and architecture and that kind of thing. I don't know why my shoutouts aren't working, but you guys should all go give Kanta a follow. Very nice streams. No, me? No. Why did mine not work? What did I do wrong? Amaze. How come yours worked and mine didn't? Thank you for doing that, by the way. I'm starting to think Twitch just hates me. Yeah, okay, so it is Pinterest. Yeah, I can't. Nothing is loading. Let's do this angle of a tiger shark. This is a very classic pose. Mod magic? Yeah, I guess so. But seriously though, why? Gosh, why can I not copy? Oh, there it is. Okay. Beep. Tiger shark. Yeah, definitely not a pro. Thank you, Raga, for making sure everyone knows that. I like to be very clear. You need to know what you're getting into when you join one of my streams. I will be messing up. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm still not sure why anybody lets me be a mod for them, but I do try. So, well, I try within the limited capacity that my brain will allow. Been busy this last weekend. You had family over. Oh yeah. I hope it was fun though. Hey Kudo, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. I drew a snowman centipede once, but was convinced that it wasn't the first one with that idea, so just to be sure I googled it. Oh, I see. Well, you know, okay, so that's another, Nasborg, that's another kind of a difficult gray matter sort of a topic for art, as well as like the idea of being the original creator of something. Like, at what stage is something ownership versus just like an idea that's out in the ether? Art only evolves because we all steal from each other, basically. Like, you'll see something somebody did that's cool, and then you'll do your own take on it, and then someone will see yours, and they'll do their own take on it, and like over time, that's basically how we get from like cave paintings to today, you know? So I don't think you need to worry. What I'm trying to say is if you drew a snowman centipede, I don't think you need to worry so much about like making sure you credit the original person who had that idea. Personally, this is my personal take, because at some level they also took bits of their idea from like centipedes and snowmen. You know, like it's a very like squishy sort of a concept, I guess, is like when at what, like if somebody has like copyright written something, then sure, that's a different level of ownership. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear chat's thoughts on this. I don't really have like a strong feeling about it. I know people who've been on various ends of that issue, and yeah, curious what you guys think. Your chat refreshed. Oh, weird. Yeah, maybe it could be just general internet issues too. Who knows? You know, when I was in first grade, we could bring our own books in for reading time. I used to bring this book about sea life. It had a giant grouper. Ooh, grouper shark. Sharks, whales, and such. The illustration of the story of Kon-Tiki. This giant whale shark scared the crap out of me. Probably I feel uneasy about things from the deep. Oh no, I hope we're not triggering you too much this week, Sticks. We are doing sharks today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That's really interesting. But that's also kind of cool that that an art piece of like a drawing can have that big of an impact on someone, you know? Art is cool, and it can create a lot of interesting emotional responses too. Specifically whales. Oh, so whales are what scares you. Interesting. I would love to see this illustration. Do you happen to remember the name of the book or the author or the illustrator? I'm really curious now. All creations ever have been based on what we learned from other people. Yep. From rockets to the moon. Yep. To art. Exactly. It's what makes humans so good at things. Yeah. It's part of why we progress so quickly with technology. Yeah. We're constantly observing and like taking in information and trying to modify it slightly. It's basically like what genetics are doing in nature, but we're doing it in our brains. You snorkeled in tiger shark territory? No way! Schmoochie, tell us more about that. What did you learn about tiger sharks? Did you see any? Now I'm just gonna ask you lots of questions. Maybe sharks are biting undersea internet cables. They are. Those darn. They're just like, hey, you guys, it's Shark Week. You know what that means? Time to pester the humans. I really like this angle I'm seeing here. So this is kind of what I'm seeing in this. It's how I'm breaking it down visually. I'm just seeing like this shape right here. So we have like a head structure. We got that like gill structure that's almost like a rib cage. And then we have the musculature that leads into the tail. So, you know, break down your image however you'd like to. But that's how I think of it, which we know I already kind of talked about. But I also like to think about how like the jaw right here, it hinges here, and it creates like this flat sort of like almost like a box structure that the fish sort of sits on, right? So it's like the planes of the face, but for a shark. So the fins sort of come out of the top of that box, so they attach right at the top of that structure, all of them. And it kind of helps me think about it a little bit more geometrically too. And again, this is just my take. This does not mean that this is like the only way to think about sharks or how to draw them, but that's just how I think about them. I have to get going. You're sick. Oh no, go feel better. Aslace, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate your company. I'm glad that you had fun. It's definitely a Casey's Creature Feature kind of a day. Art and critter rambles. Pretty much par for the course around here. Oh, you didn't know that at the time. Oh, that's terrifying. Holy cow, Schmoochie. Oh, speaking of animals, there's a magpie right outside my window. There's also a thing called parallel thinking, says Sticklords, where people who are entirely separated by time and geography and whatnot can come up with the exact same idea with no influence from each other or even the same inspirations. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you see that with like the pyramids, for sure. There's just certain concepts that sort of naturally build on each other, perhaps. I was 14 at the time. The tigers were out in slightly deeper waters than I was. Didn't see any. Whew, scary. Oh, that actually happened? Sharks try to eat the cables? No way. That's funny. They're like the mice of the sea, eating the cables. Little jerks. Alright, you got about 2 minutes. I'm going to finish this sketch and then we will be looking at your artwork, guys. So if you haven't posted your work yet in the Discord, just hit ! Discord. You'll find it. It's in the warm-up art section. If you want to share what you did, feel free. No pressure, though. Sorry guys, I can't help it. I like this song a lot. It's hard for me not to sing along. Magpie, I know, right? Yeah, I think that's what he's referencing, Styx. Is The Outsiders, yeah. One time, two completely different people across an ocean debuted a character named Dennis the Menace at the same time? Wait, really? No way. Literally doodling balls as well, the human centipedes. Oh gosh. Well, there you go. There you go. Hey, parallel thinking at its finest. Internet parallel thinking at its finest, for sure. I have not seen that movie and I have no intention. It's definitely not the kind of information that I want to think about when I'm trying to fall asleep. So that's pretty much my gauge for if I consume content or not. It's like, do I want to think about this later? Because I will. A lot of times, if it's on the internet, the answer is no. Avoid a lot of pitfalls that way. What kinds of sharks tomorrow? Tomorrow we are doing smaller sharks. So any of the smaller species, like nurse sharks, mako sharks, blackfin, thresher sharks. That's what I will be doing tomorrow. But again, anybody is always welcome to do any kind that they prefer. I'm glad you enjoy it. I am not familiar with it, and I'm okay with that. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, there we go. We got a tiger shark. We have whale sharks that we did. I didn't do the spots. That seemed overwhelming. I probably could have painted one and done a little bit better with spots, but that's okay. Got a basking shark that we studied. Great whites. So yeah, we covered a lot of the big guys today, for sure. Let's go see what you guys did. So if you would like to... Oh, go take a nap. Yes, Raga. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your help. Yes, thank you for promoting the game night. Let's see where we're at on that. 29%, getting close to 30. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like it's probably gonna happen, so. Especially since you can't seem to let anyone forget, Raga. You're more dedicated than I think Kev is. I don't think I've seen Kev chatting about it, but we haven't seen him in a little bit. Let's see. Okay, what did you guys draw? So I'm gonna go into the Discord, and I don't see any highlighted links in chat, but if you did draw along once again, and if you don't want to join the Discord, just post a link to your image in the chat. Please make sure it's work safe, whatever you did from studies. If it's not, I'll have to delete it, but so far nobody's abused that, so we'll just keep on letting links be in chat. But yeah, just go ahead and... See, that's another reason I'm afraid of Game Twitch, by the way, is because I don't think I can be that lax with Game Twitch. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I'm going to go look through the Discord and see what you guys did, and we will pull up any links you guys post in chat as well. Warm-up art. We got quite a few to look at today. So here we go. Let's get started. Let me make sure. I think you guys can see. Yeah. How do I make this go away? Here we go. Okay. Oh, no worries, Lagum Core. I was late too, so you're in good company today. I hope you're doing well. We're doing the showcase, but if you draw, we did sharks today, since you missed it. But we're doing sharks tomorrow too, and Wednesday. It's Shark Week, at least here in the U.S. I don't know if that's a global thing or just a Discovery Channel thing or what. But I figured we'd do some shark studies. So, whoops, I was trying to make it to where you could see. There we go. So yeah, last week we did beetles on Wednesday, so that was the last image that I think I shared on screen. So I'll go ahead and start sharing anything that has been shared since last Wednesday to now. So that's pretty much how it works. So like I said, if anyone ever wants to catch up or do something later, you can always post. In between streams. We got a lovely dung beetle here from Nixon. Honestly, really great structures here. And by the way, guys, you don't have to post your reference image if you don't want to. You certainly can, or your study image, but. Yeah, if you'd like to, well, like I said, Shmoochie, it's not too late. You can still post your beetles. I will always look at them. It does not have to be on topic. with what I choose to do for the day. That's just how I get myself to the art gym. If I have a plan, if I have a workout ready to go, it's easier for me to walk into it. Just be like, okay, I don't have to like think about what to draw today. We're just doing this. And so that's part of why I have a schedule in my Discord. Actually, if anyone's new to the Discord, you can find my stream schedule where I list all of the warm-up prompts that I'm planning on doing for the month. And that's there for you to look at. Sometimes that'll change. Not very often, but every once in a while. Oh, we got some more down there. Very cool. We will get to those in a second. But Nixon, this looks great. I don't know if you're here, if you're lurking, or if you watch this later, but really good job with the different sections of the beetle. These are such funny creatures. I love that you drew the dung. I'm not gonna lie. That makes me very happy. And I like the way that you kind of stylized the details. So when we talk about studying reference, remember, this is a great example of not having to copy every line to make a good reference. Nixon is clearly looking at the reference, but instead of drawing every single dot on the ball, has just chosen to draw like a few larger bits to kind of imply that it's full and dirty. And you get the information that you need. Nixon probably got the information that she needed, and you still get the idea. You got the shadows in there. The shadow is sketched in, so obviously was looking at the lighting situation in this image. So we got the shadow here on the beetle. You got this nice cast shadow on the beetle's leg here. So this is a great study. This is information that Nixon or anybody could take with them to the next time that they decide to draw something. And you never know, maybe this beetle design will show up in some armor, or show up in a creature design, or just be, if you're a writer, maybe it could be like a note, something that you talk about in a book. You never know. So, and another one, Nixon was talking about monkeys. So I was confessing to Discord yesterday, I think it was. Maybe it was Saturday, I don't know. I actually really don't like primates very much. There's a reason we've never done a primate study day. They kind of creep me out a little bit. Just like a little too human. It's like it falls into Uncanny Valley a little bit for me. Monkeys aren't as bad. It's more the apes that I get freaked out by, like chimps and gorillas. I found this out about myself when I was a kid, because one of my brother's favorite animals, my middle brother, his favorite animal was a gorilla. I don't know if it still is, but he had a bunch of gorilla stuff, and I just noticed, I like realized as a kid, I was like, I don't like that. like the Uncanny Valley thing where something looks too realistic, or like it just kind of makes you feel uncomfortable. Like that's how I feel sometimes when I look at primates. I do know humans are primates. Yes, I do know that. It's just, I don't know what it is, but for some reason it's like, because I don't know. It just, my brain is very like, ooh, I don't like that. I'm not really sure how, which is funny, because I love Disney's Tarzan. I have no problem looking at the animated apes, because they're so stylized. I can really find things to appreciate. I don't know, something about just pictures of like great apes. They just kind of, I'm not as bad as I used to be. Like in college, in high school, it really creeped me. Like they creeped me out. Like my skin crawled a little bit. Now it's just like I don't love looking at them, but it's like fun. I'm getting better. I think it's just when they have the superhuman-y gestures that kind of freaks me. Like gets my brain kind of like but like monkeys, like little monkeys, and like tamarins and snub-nosed monkeys, things that like don't really have the same. They're not the apes. They don't, like, I'm more okay with them. But they still, primates in general, just kind of freak me out just a little bit. So anyway, there's my confession for the day. The dung beetle is your spirit animal. Okay, sticks. Oh my gosh. I only know Shark Week from the Discovery Channel. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't know if it's a global thing or not, but I figured it'd be a good excuse to draw some sharks. Don't ask what the ball made of. It's dung. Spoiler alert, it's dung, guys. Too human? Yeah, just a little too human, yeah. Yeah. We're not watching. Okay, let's see. I don't like drawing humans either. That's fair. It's definitely, in general, the human form does not super interest me, so that could be part of it. The Coco stuff is just mind-boggling. Oh, you talking about the gorilla that learned sign language? Is that who you're talking about? I do know a lot about them. I just don't like looking at pictures. There was that one, we'll talk about it after I look at everyone's work, but this looks amazing, by the way. I'm so sorry, Nixon. I didn't mean to just like look at your picture and talk about how much I don't like primates. It just reminded me of that conversation we had. But this is a really nice study. I mean, you really nailed the anatomy. You nailed like, it feels like it's really planted in this white space. You did a really good job with like the weight-bearing parts of the wrists right here look great. The musculature looks awesome. the line of motion, the action line with, you know, this tail. It looks fantastic. You did a great job. The face is really good. It's all great. But yeah. I didn't mean to go on a little tirade. It looks fantastic. You know how I am. I squirrel a bit, but it looks great. Well done. Well done. I don't think I did this one. Fantastic studies, and as I said before, like, these were done in between streams. So if you are just now getting here and you're like, shoot, I really wanted to draw sharks or beetles or whatever, feel free to draw anytime and put them in the warm-up art section. You don't have to just draw during my streams. If you want to, you certainly can. If you're like me and you need the accountability, it's understandable. I'm right there with you. But if you want to do studies, I'd love to encourage people to do more studies, because I think it makes us all better. You know, plus I get to look at how Nixon drew this. Like, I wouldn't draw it the same way, but I love seeing how she did that, because now I can maybe learn something. Like, oh, I think it's really interesting the way Nixon chose to have this weighted line at the bottom of the creature, or like the way that they handled the shadow. You know, all of this is inspiration, right? That's all we're trying to do, is inspire each other. So, fantastic stuff. Yeah, great curly shapes. And here we have our first shark for Shark Week from Amaze, Amazing Fan 15. Of course, with the Thresher shark, or as you say, what was it? The anime tail? The just super exaggerated tail of this guy. Very, very cool. But definitely, yeah, you did a great job. It's a great study. You did a good job with like the flat part of the underbelly, and then that long. Man, their tails are crazy. Does anyone know why their tails are like that? Is it like a sexual dimorphism thing? Is it like a attract a mate thing? Is it somehow serving a purpose? Like, I don't really know enough about why their tails are like that. Amaze, as our resident Thresher Shark fan, maybe you have an answer, but great study. It looks fantastic. And this one as well. Oh, this one has such good form. Well done. Look at that body structure in there. Even drew the remora. The little fish that are attached to the bottom of the belly there. This looks great. Good job with like the face structure, especially. Like, it feels, even though you just worked in line, like just line, no color, it still feels very formed, even without the values and stuff. Well done. You believe it's used as a whip. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Keki, and welcome on in. Thanks for popping in to inform me. I don't know many things, but I do like learning them. Oh, Gravity, you're fine. No worries. You never need. There's no pressure to ever chat. Also, hello. Thank you for the lurk. In case you or anyone else doesn't know, the lurks help a lot. So if you are someone who's lurking and listening, or just has the volume down to like 1%, but still has me on the screen, like, that all helps. That helps with people finding me here on Twitch. So thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Just the conversations. Yeah, I had heard that they were debunked or exaggerated. I need to look more into it, Lagumcore, but yeah, that's kind of what I'd heard too, which is a shame, because I watched some videos of like Robin Williams doing sign language with Coco, but I feel like there probably was some form of communication happening, but yeah, I wanna learn more about it. But I hope you're doing well, Gravity 1963, and thank you for lurking. Lurkers are very appreciated, yes. Let's see. So they stun fish, like they whack fish with it? That's crazy. Also, hello, Beats. How are ya? Well, good to know. Well, there we go. It's the Indiana Jones of sharks right there, guys. I'm gonna put a... Do we have a whip emote? Can I react to the whip? Whip? No. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's somebody else's. Okay, well. Anyway, it's implied. Hey, nice, Charzia. Oh, these are great. For a second there, I couldn't tell which one was the study. Really nice color study. The values here are excellent, excellent. Sorry, Sticks. They are known as the Jones fish. I did not know that. I literally just, Oh, you're making... Oh, wait. And utilize the tail to obtain rare treasures from underground temples. I can see the comic now. Accidentally just listening. Oh, that's okay. I appreciate it. Trying to get your art socials in order. Oh, that is such a task. Ultimate Pumpkin Pie. Godspeed. Good luck. It is rough. I also need to get my art socials in order. If anyone needs some socials, by the way, here's mine. I have a Kara in there somewhere. I also have a YouTube. I don't know if that one's linked in there or not. But if you are on YouTube and you want to toss me a bone and follow me on YouTube, there you go. I mostly post my warm-up sketches there right now, but there's a few VODs and speed paints and stuff too. Yeah. Trezia, I just love the way you handle value and color so much. I love seeing the work that you share with us. It looks so awesome. And even like, here's like another thing, like again, just like with Nixon, if I were drawing the same image and painting it, I wouldn't do it this way. But it's interesting to see what choices Tarzia made, so that like, you know, if I go to do something, I could be inspired by that. That's the whole point of this, is to get inspired by each other. So thank you for inspiring us all, Tarzia. This looks fantastic. Love the study. The values are excellent. So soft, so crisp at the same time. Really nice. Schmoober. Oh, we're doing is this a fake creature? A study from a fake creature? So this is going to be a little bit more like inspiration than a study. So stuff like this, you might want to post an art share. I do like it. Trust me, I love a good creature design. But that's actually going to go probably an art share next time. Just because we want to keep it to like inspiring others to do this, to actually use reference to study the image to try and do that. And that's okay, Schmoochie. I still love seeing it for sure. Listen, I'm never going to turn down a nice creature design. It looks fantastic. I love what you did with it. I'm curious what this is. Is that like from a show or something? Beats. Oh my gosh, look at this. Like, look at the study of the way you did the, what are they called? The caustics. The caustic water reflections on top of this shark. Really nice attention to detail there. I honestly probably wouldn't have even done it. So I'm really impressed. Oh, it's an extinct shark. Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, if you want to do a study of like an extinct shark, that would be interesting too. Those are hard though, because I feel like I get kind of waffly about paleo art, about whether or not it really counts as a study. Because if you're studying, what you're studying is really like an artist. Like this is an artist version of what that thing looks like, right? It's not actually, we don't know that that's what it looks like. And so that's why I try to keep studies to be like real photographs of real animals mostly. Yeah, because it's dead, exactly. So all you would have is the bones. And we have done studies of like dinosaurs and stuff where we've looked at like, you know, hadrosaur. We did a whole series that's actually on my YouTube if you want to follow it. But we did like sauropods and ceropods and theropods. So like, you know, long neck dinosaurs, the hadrosaurids and the, well, actually not even the hadrosaurs. That time it was mostly just like triceratops. But then also like, you know, the meat-eating dinosaurs, the theropods. And so, but we looked at the bones primarily and then kind of looked at some paleo art, but I felt kind of weird about it because I don't know. I feel weird about drawing from other artists' work on stream. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I'm kind of torn. I've thought about doing like a master study series some week when we do these warm-ups because I do think master studies are helpful. I'm just unsure how I feel about them, especially with paleo art. So if you guys have thoughts on that, I'd love to hear them. Does it count? Does it not count? Is it helpful? Is it unhelpful? I feel like you run into a lot of the issues we talked about, right? Where you're drawing what another artist thinks this animal looks like, but you're not actually like, you're not learning about the bones and the muscles the way that we can study real animals. So I'm like, is it a helpful study? I don't know. Anyway, we can check about that another time. But Beats, once again, Beats, I love the way you did the mouth. And the values, as always. Your values are always just so spot on, Beats. You can tell that Beats spends a lot of time really closely observing things. Your work, if I'm not mistaken, Beats, tends to lean into the photorealistic realm. And so you can tell that you've got a lot of practice in that. It just shows in all the pieces that you share with us, even if they're really quick, even if they're like 10 or 15 minutes. I feel like we really still get a really solid feel for where that skill set is for you. But yeah, I do like that you're starting to, it looks like maybe less worrying so much about copying exact lines and more like, I'm feeling this has a lot of form. Like it's not a finished drawing, but I feel a lot of form in this. So I hope I hope that you're getting something out of these studies. I really like it. Heading in a good direction for sure. I love it. Gosh, I can't stop looking at the caustic reflections. And just like the flat, like you implied the flatness of the head so well here, just with value. It's really, really nice. Well done. Well done. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, what kind of shark is this? It's so cute. I love this angle too. And there's that ridging that you can see really strongly on the whale shark. Obviously, this is not a whale shark, but there's those ribbed. I don't know what they are. Does anyone know what they are? Like those lines that you see that really create those ridges along the spine of the animal. I clearly need to learn more about sharks before tomorrow, so I might be doing some research today. We'll see. I want to know more about their anatomy, and like why things are the way that they are on some of these guys. The leopard shark. Nice. Nice. I love it. And again, really nice job, Beats. The line work is really nice. I feel like we don't get to see line work from you as often. But even that, it's really solid. Really, really solid study here. You really, that line of motion is beautiful. You really captured it well. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. And now I need to go look up what a leopard shark is. If only we knew hippos from their... Exactly, Sticks! I think about that all the time. If we only knew hippos from their fossils, imagine what the artist renditions would look like. I think about that so much, and I know I'm not the only one. I know like every paleo artist thinks about things like that. Because we just don't know what the soft tissue looks like. Like, my favorite example of that is actually a manatee. Have you guys ever seen we actually did a manatee study not too long ago. But if you guys have never looked at a manatee skeleton, it's a great example of what we're talking about. Like, there is no way that you would look at this creature, at this fossil, if that's all you had was a fossil. Wish I could make this bigger, hold on. There's no way you're looking at that and you're coming up with what a manatee is. Like, how would you know that it's like mostly fat? You know, like insulated by a thick layer of fat. If you had never seen a manatee, if they didn't exist, you know, or if like we just didn't have like a comparable relative. There's no way. But yeah, same thing with a hippo. Hippos are crazy looking. Yeah. It's fascinating stuff. Oh, there's an ad right now. Shoot. I didn't see the ad breaker. I would have snoozed it. Sorry. Sorry for the ad. Sorry, ads. We will pause for a second. I'll talk more about... Let's look at a hippo skull while we wait for the ads to go away. You can also take this opportunity to stretch, guys. 8 ads? Yes. Yes, Smoochie. We do 3 minutes of ads now. Yep. Sorry about that. That's why I try to give a warning before they start. Wow, my keyboard is loud. I'm sorry about that. Let's look at a hippo skull while we're waiting for the ads to end. Because that's a great example as well. Sticks. Especially their skull. Like, look at this thing. There is no way. Like, we would, if you look at, so hippos, I think there's like, I think they're in the same family group as like pigs in a way, or they're somehow more closely related, because there's like some ancient pigs that have skulls very similar in shape to hippos. They're like predatory pigs. And they have a lot of these crazy like bumps and things going on with their teeth and tusks. And it's like, when artists draw them, they draw what you would think. You know, they would kind of like, you know, they'd have all these teeth poking out everywhere and it would be kind of gnarly looking. But it's like, we just don't know, like, how much of that was covered in skin. It's interesting stuff to think about. What are those things called anyway? Pig. Giant pig thing. Yeah, these things. Entelodont. There's a whole bunch of them, but it's like, they have these really insane, like, facial structures that we just don't know how much was visible, like, what was going on with it. I mean, check this guy out. Because it could very well be like a hippo. Like, what if there's like a giant muscle right here and you have no idea? Yeah, it's just interesting stuff. Interesting to think about. And actually, since we're here, let's check out the hippo. They're both artiodactyls, yes. Yeah, okay, they are. They're both in the same clade. Yeah, so here's the hippo, but then here's also all kinds of other things. Extinct Entelodontia, or something like that. Yeah, so they are somewhat more closely related to hippos. Look how big they were. Crazy. Can you imagine being charged by that thing? Insanity. Yeah, they're like giant carnivorous pig things. Anyway. Actually, I'm not even sure if they are pigs, truly. Interesting. Anyhow, so welcome back from the ads. Sorry for that, guys. Hopefully we made it through okay. Let's keep going. Let's look at some more of your artwork. oops, I closed it. There it is. Okay. I'm really good at Twitch. Hold on. I just gotta make sure it's on the screen. Here we go. Alrighty. Next, on to Charzia. Oh, another one from Charzia. Nice, nice. Look at the movement here. This is beautiful. What a great study. Such a good balance of line, like, and gestural, like, structure with the line work and the value and the color. I just really, I love what you chose to emphasize. Like, the eye structure is really nice. I also think it's really fun that you used a blue outline to be like water. Oh, it looks so good, Charzia. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm not gonna say the thing I always say when I look at your work. I'm just gonna think it really hard in your general direction. Oh my gosh, D&D stream. I have played D&D one time. I don't think I have the attention span for D&D. I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys seen how much I scroll? Come on now. You love those pictures where they interpret dinosaurs as a thick, fluffy layer of feathers. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of research about that. We do have some things like skin impressions from certain species that can give us some ideas. I actually just watched a stream the other day. There's probably most of you who follow me know this, but there's a paleontologist who streams here on Twitch, paleontologizing, and live on Twitch, they were actually looking at a hadrosaur skin impression that they found. Like you got to watch them dig it out and like plaster cast it and get it ready for a prep in the museum, which was really cool. And it's cool to know that, like, okay, this hadrosaur had this skin, so we can infer that, like, the closely related animals, you know, like Parasaurolophus, for example. The sculpture that I made is a Parasaurolophus. Like, probably didn't have feathers, probably had that textured, pebbly, more lizard-like skin. But then we have things like theropods, which are the ancestors of, you know, modern birds, and a lot of those did have feather impressions or proto-feathers, like little quills. Like, so you could see throughout the fossil record, like, as the rock layers get closer and closer to modern times, those quills turn more and more into proto-feathers and then eventually feathers in some species. So there's, like, things that we can learn. Thank you for the shout-out. You know it was bound to happen. But it is fun to look at the paleo art, right, Nasborg, and be like, you know, but what if? But what about soft muscle tissue? Like, what if we don't have that? You know, what if we only have this, like, shrunken, mummified version of this creature? What if it had, like, a ton of crazy muscle? Or, you know, like with Parasaurolophus actually is another great example. There's another paleontologist here on Twitch called Dyson Dinosaur. And he was talking about a paper he did where they now think that the necks of these hadrosaurs were actually more highly attached, like higher up the back. And that's what the purpose of this funny, like, square-shaped structure is. And so a lot of hadrosaurs, they're thinking right now anyway, is that, or at least they're postulating, I suppose, that they had more thick necks, like even like this one. This one, I think this one's a little thicker. It's not quite as goosenecky. But yeah, it's just, it's interesting to think about, right? It's interesting to find science that backs these things, and then artists, you know, people who like doing creature design, like myself, kind of play with it and just see what they come up with. But it is fun to think about what's possible, you know? Like, we don't know how much body fat some of these things had. We don't know, like, how much feathering there was, all that stuff. So, anyway. Let's see. Yeah. Only 6 months into drawing and painting and haven't done much sketching. I think you're doing a great job. Yeah. I'm glad that you're pushing yourself, Beats. And that's in the spirit of the art gym. So cheers. Sorry, my voice is dying. So yeah, anyway, it's been great to watch your work. You defrost your freezer, now feels super weird to open it. Oh, well, congrats. I need to defrost mine, honestly, Lagom Core. There was a Brazilian biologist that made a video. Oh, interesting, about the giant, like, pig things. I'm sure it's interesting. I'd love to see it. You put some into a D&D game. Yeah, that'd be cool. For some reason, the idea of packs of predatory pigs is really cool, right? Oh man, if we have time, there's a piece of paleo art that I absolutely love that features some of those guys. Well, we do have a game stream that we're trying to earn for Chris, right? I don't think it'll be a D&D stream. We could do something like that on Discord, though, maybe. If somebody wants to organize that, I would not have the time to organize it. You already know what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's why I didn't say it, Charzy. I'm just thinking it really hard in your general direction, that's all. You want to hear Casey's? Oh my gosh, I'm not doing voices. I am not a voice person. Yeah, you were just ready, weren't you? Weren't you amazed? Listen, you know it has to come up when we're talking about dinosaurs. I can't help it. I talked about another paleontologist, though. There's more than one on Twitch. Dyson Dinosaur, he actually does D&D and dinosaur. He's working on like a dinosaur-themed D&D campaign. Let me go look up his... I always spell his name wrong, so that's why I didn't shout him out. I think it's Dyson Dinosaur? Yeah, it's Dice, the letter N, and Dinosaur. So here we go. But if you like D&D and you like dinosaurs, go check out Dyson Dinosaur. You'll probably like it. Although I will say he streams in Italian primarily, but he does English streams on Saturdays. So those would be the ones to hang out on if you are an English speaker. But he's the one that wrote the Parasaurolophus paper that was just talking about the neck muscles being like bigger. So kind of cool. Anyway, thank you guys for participating in the warm-up art. It was super fun. I hope you guys had fun. I sure did. Thank you for inspiring me to keep going and being my accountability buddies here. And I hope you guys feel like you're ready to draw some pieces now that you've kind of warmed up your art muscles and you've gotten all your sketches and reference drawing out of the way. Hopefully it can help you with some more work you're doing today. That's kind of the hope anyway. I will be back on later today. I will be back on in honestly like 3 hours, so it won't be very long at all. But if anyone's around later and they want to hang out, I would love to hang out with you. I will either be working on... I'm kind of torn actually on what we'll be doing. I'm either going to be finishing up some paintings, like finishing up those repaintings of those portfolio pieces. I might be finishing some emotes. Or I might be doing some art fight stuff. I've been seeing a lot of people doing art fight, and it's kind of gotten me wanting to do some art fights prompts, so I might be doing some art fight stuff later. If you are doing art fight, by the way, if you don't know what art fight is, it's like a character... It's all the month of July. It's like a character design prompt challenge, basically. You just find some people's characters to draw, and it's like art trades, basically, but with a kind of a fun twist. So I might be doing those later. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to go find another artist to raid here on Twitch. See who is streaming. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the company, as always. Thank you for the lurks, the follows, the bits of cheese. And we'll see if we can find somebody else doing some. I try to go into family-friendly streams and yeah, raid people who are doing art for the most part. Let's see who we can find. Ooh, Tofu is on. Steve Sketches is on. We haven't raided Steve in a while. Carson is on. I think we rated him last week. Jay Stiller is on. Always a good choice for sure. Oh, thank you guys for hanging out. Let's see. Oh, Anna Marie is on. She does sculpting. I don't think we've ever rated into her. She's not always family friendly though. I need to hang out on her stream some more and kind of get a vibe. Oh my gosh, there's so many good people on. Monster Pie Zoe is on. Shoot. How do I pick? But yeah, if anyone wants to follow my socials, you can do so over there. We've never rated into Tofu Senshi. She tends to be pretty chill. Sometimes the chat isn't always as friendly, so keep that in mind if you are somebody who's at work, or if you have kids with you, it might be a good time to mute the chat, or close the chat, or whatever. But this is your fair warning, this is Twitch. What she's drawing right now is definitely family friendly. She's doing some character design stuff. Oh, she's actually looking at somebody's somebody's art fight. That's funny. Maybe she's doing some art fight. I don't know. Oh, it looks like she is. All right, well, you know what? I answered all my own questions. Let's go ahead and raid into Tofu. Tofu is a pro here on Twitch. Does a lot of concept art stuff for various games. I think she works on Magic the Gathering cards as well. So a lot of fantasy painting stuff. So if you're into that, definitely hang around. You will want to go see what Tofu Senshi is up to. I can't guarantee that since she is flipping through art fight, it looks like looking for characters to draw. Some of the characters might not be work safe, but usually her work, and the piece I just saw her working on, is art safe, or work safe. So keep that in mind, guys. This is Art Twitch. But I appreciate you guys, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of hours. Thanks, Amaze, for posting my links. Thank you, guys. Bye, Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, Lagam Core, Charzia, everybody. Always good to hang out, and I'll see you over at Tofu's stream in just a second. Bye-bye!